Hey there, fellow craftsmen. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Primitive Survival. Episode 63, Armorsmith and Brewmaster. So while I have the good wind, we might want to hammer out some of these ingots into plates. I was considering trying to run more blooms, but like blooms aren't if I have good wind, I should use it. Whereas blooms can be done whenever. And I'm happy I found that coal, because that's just all that more charcoal that I don't have to use up. And 40 is what we need in order to make a full set. We're getting awfully close. Plus, if you consider the loose bits that we hammered off of this, it's a pretty decent amount of loose bits already. So we've got 5 ingots left. So that brings us up to 33 plus the loose ingots. So we'll have to make, obviously, another run. A bloom or two of iron. But we're certainly closer now than we were before. I've been pretty good at picking up the loose bits that's been coming off this process, so I hope I didn't miss any. I don't think I have. And this wind speed has really made this quite tolerable. I was kind of fearing this part of the process, but no, it's not much of an issue. At this point, it might actually benefit me to keep the ingots hot if I'm going to make plates out of them for chainmail. So let's put 4 plates back on. So the current priority right now is make iron plates. I'll worry about other side tasks later on. I want to give this my full attention. Oh, as the wind is dying. Well, I didn't add any more coal to the forge, so I might just let the wind die, and so be it. Wind's not dead, it's just quite slow. Careful to don't taunt Murphy's Law. Yeah, no, yeah, obviously. I said something I shouldn't have and was like, oh, what lovely wind we have. So, yeah, we're gonna make iron plates. One way to do the iron chain, you can make it from scratch, but like making it from that's kind of insane hard mode. No one should ever do that. So making it from plates is really the way to go. Maybe what I'll do right now is I'll get a chain helmet, because that doesn't require leather. And then I'll go back to other tasks. So I'll just be patient and power through this until I get a chain helmet as proof of my armor making conviction. Alright, while that happens, grab my clean offal and squirrel it away. Get my bloody offal and rewash it, or wash it. Not but wash it for the first time. And then, yeah, this finished smoking. Good. And I don't think any leather went through the... No. That's all on hold for the moment. Wait, this has water in it? No, this one? Provides no nutrition. Pour it out. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's gross. It was spoiled water. Come on, wind. There's plate number 2. And here is the last plate until we go hunt down some more critters for leather. Well, no, that's not true. Until I disable the health hammer and make some chains. So let's keep them hot. They're probably not going to cool off enough, but I might as well just keep them real hot so I don't have to worry about that. Done. The other thing, while that last plate forms... Ooh. Oh, it's close. 1 to 2 days. And our wall of berries will be a wall of berries once more. Okay. With the plates done. Really? Wind's picking up now? Sorta. Let's get that a little higher. Perfect. Alright. Next phase. Put the plate down. Iron chain. So iron chain, as you'd imagine, is just cleaved out plates. And with the Smithing Plus mod, this used to be really nerve-wracking. It's not that it's not nerve-wracking, but it used to be even worse, because you make a screw up here and you just have a bunch of scrap metal. But now with the Smithing Plus mod, if I, like, bang out the wrong... If you misclick right at the end, you can just add another nugget and fix it. I like how I can put the iron chain in the water, but I have to drop it. Yeah, whatever. There's one. And this, of course, will yield even more iron bits, which will be useful for tool crafting, because I know once I'm done with this, I'll probably make an iron knife before I go do anything else. In fact, well, I have so many iron bits. I could make the knife now. I'll focus up. With the excess bits I'm getting off of making the chainmail, I can make a knife to solve my whole I broke my bronze knife problem. And I saw and heard that hydrate, but it's gonna have to wait a minute, because strike when the iron's hot is a saying, right? Well, that's what I'm doing. Alright, now with the 3 chainmail I've got, binga binga boom, done. I don't, however, think it is worth wearing armor until you have a full set, because 90% of the time it's not going to help me. Because you only get hit in the head 10% of the time, so I'm not going to bother wearing it until I've got like more of a set. Alright, knife blade. I don't want the material to stack too high, so I'll add more material once I bang this stuff out. Because there is a height limit that must be respected. But yeah, there was some really good synergy here, making chainmail and then also a knife. Because obviously I don't have to heat these nuggets. I could just use them as is. Little nugget cartwheel. Done. And there's my iron knife. Sorry, flint knife. You're dead to me. And that would be nugget crafting, you know. And if you want to do that, you only have to bring them up to working temperature. You don't need to smelt them. So these guys smelt at 1482, which would be really hard to bring anything up to that temperature, because that's hotter than my charcoal and my brown coal. I would need to go back in the bloomery, realistically. But workable temperature at 741, way easier to do. I can even use peat for that. So, you know, TLDR, yeah, we did it. Okay, to celebrate my first piece of armor, before I go hunt, oops, I want to be present for, oh, this finished, didn't it? Yeah. I was gonna say I don't want to leave my smoked food left unattended, but it just finished up. So we got lots of smoked meat. What I wanted to do was, I'm going to do it in here, even though it's a little inconvenient. Have I done the salt yet? Not yet. There's so many, like, side tasks. I'm trying not to get sidetracked. So maybe I'll keep this bucket on me to go attend the salt barrels. What I wanted to do was this. I've got like too much spelt flour. So I'm making spelt ale. You know, it will cure what ails me. I'm not sorry about that. Before I leave for a hunting trip, let's also grab more grain. I'll feed them the rest of the amaranth, and then we'll move over to the rice grain. Because I'm sure the chickens are... Yeah, I hear you. I know you're hungry. Shut up. I'll stab you. Well, actually, that's... You're Gen 1. It's guaranteed to be true. No, you know, they didn't finish quite as much as I thought they would have. But yeah, they needed some more. Regardless. 4 days, 5 days. And you guys are Gen 1, Gen 1, Gen 1. Okay, so we're still definitely on Gen 1. Got it. So this was the reference of the, Oops. I was holding Alt. What the hell? Oh, I have to... Seriously? Fine. Because it has, like, almost no water left, I have to pull these up. Because it didn't all evaporate, and it's not letting me add new water. That's funny. I guess I could have used the bucket to grab water out of it. Well, whatever. So this is so that we can, Oh. No. Stop. Get... No. Stop. Well, actually, yeah, okay. Now this is just getting nauseating. Up? What's the get out of the seat key again? I have forgotten somehow. Normally muscle memory doesn't fail me this hard. Thought it was Oh, okay, I messed that up even more. There, I'm out. Woohoo! I've been released. Yeah, maybe they had a little rainwater or something like that in them. Whatever the case is, it's fixed. Or stowage. There we go. I do sort of like a little pillar here is like a, hey, this is where I park the thing. Okay. Let's put the grain away and the hammer away and get hunting again. So my Sadie really hasn't gone that much up, but it's better than it was for sure. Nice raft? Well, thank you. Okay, farm. Looks fine. We do have some mature spelt. But I'm going to wait for You know, I probably don't need to wait. This is the only mature spelt. The spelt was an N crop, so I'll just throw a K crop back. So I'll just throw flax back there. Rather than to dig up the soil. Done. And now I have even more grain for the chickens. Does my raft have an icon on it like a fish? No, I guess I technically don't. I could put the raft icon, like raft icon there or something. I don't know, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay. Current priority, go hunting. And this will be the last hunting I do for a bit. Actually, know what? Yeah, no, I want to process the leather first. And then I'll do the blooms. Yeah. I'm returning to the last hunting ground that I just left, which I know has some boars left. It's the marked red skull. Red skull. The marked red skull and crossbones on my map. Cheers. Your server has a picture that magically appears on it. I'm sure that's some sort of mod that you're referencing that I don't have. If you're wondering about the mod list, it's posted in the commands. Have I played No Man's Sky? I have. A good way to tell whether I've played something or not is to go to my YouTube page and check my playlists. Because I have played hundreds of games over the years. And of the open world survival craft genre, I've played most of them. Whether I have series on them or not is a slightly different story, but I have multiple series on No Man's Sky alone. I keep taking like the wrong path to get back to the boar grounds. I keep forgetting that like the oh god, that's a death trap. Oh god. Stare at the death trap. Reminds me of back when I did a lot of mountain biking. I had an instructor that was like, if there's ever a boulder in the path, don't stare at the boulder because you'll hit it. You gotta stare around the boulder to avoid it. You know, that there's like object fixation for mountain biking, which is absolutely true. I've seen it before where like people look at the thing that they don't want to hit and all they do is hit the thing. Can't look away from a slow-moving train wreck type of idea. And that exactly just happened to me. What I was trying to point out was it was sand or gravel held up by nothing. Oh god, I'm in such a pit right now. And that it was like a death trap as a result. Never stare at an oncoming car? Yeah, same as driving, exactly. You know what? Why go around when you can go through? That also helps if you're ever walking on the street and you're going to hit another pedestrian. Like you're walking straight at someone. Rather than to stare at them. Because staring at them doesn't convey the information to them that you are heading in a specific direction or not. It's best to look to the side you intend to walk and then to start walking to that side just to like, you know, so you don't just bump faces with a... Because I've done that before. You like lock eyes and you just can't decide which way to go. You know, I'm slowly regretting this cave already. Because I think it levels out like here. May as well prospect. Yeah, you know, in this case, I'm just dutifully gathering granite for future construction projects, guys. As I've dug so deep that my music has changed. Oh, we're almost out, I think. Yeah, I keep falling for this terrain trap over and over and over. These, like, giant Senyote type things. I don't know what to call them. Maybe that is what they should be called? Something like that. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I should be hitting dirt soon. I'll go up a little. I hear water. Oh god, did it want me to go up more? Mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made. This is, sunk cost fallacy now. I swear, like, I should be out any sec- oh, there it is. See, I was about to turn back, but obviously I can read a map. Well, barely. Not a mistaken adventure. And yeah, I'll prospect here. Just to see if there's any treasures below. Nope, it sucks. One of the worst prospectings I've ever done in my life. Almost nothing. Like, almost a 0 yield. Delicious! You have found nothing. Congratulations. Oh, I just emptied out my water jug somehow. Must have clicked the ground while I was holding control or something. Alright, well this hunting trip is just going wonderfully. Let's try to make it quick. Put me out of my misery. Alright, this is where I found the boars last. Yep, they're still here. Come on. Oh, don't drop into a pit. Well, I guess for leather, it's like not the worst thing that could happen. Just annoying. Dummy. Yeah, pigs can't fly, you idiot. Says the person that just fell into a massive hole himself. I do have space for one more body. That sounds terrible. One more pig. I don't know if there's... more around here. That might have been the whole group of them. Oh, no, there's some here. Alright, what's my current HP? I can take 0 hits. Oh, good. Well, you were already hurt. Come on, don't... I see what you're trying to do. Really? I guess these might have been ones I had hurt or something? Well, I got 2 hits on that. No, they're just fleeing. It wasn't that they're hurt, they're just scared. Don't find a hole to fall into, like the rest of your stupid brood. I missed. Wait, where'd you... Oh, wow. You juked me good. You double backed and everything? Look at you being smart. I'm gonna call you Babe. And then I'm gonna have some Babe bacon. I should bring spears and throw, because they're pretty effective when you're chasing like this. Alright, there we go. Got my prey. Let's hope I don't run into any complications on the way back. So I want to go towards the known quartz nodes, and then wing west to avoid those hills. And I'm just about out of like food and water too, but no problem. So I should have at least 3 leather off the ones I have yet to butcher. And then the 1 leather from the crushed one, plus the 3 I have back. So like 7-ish, I'd imagine, once it's all said and done. Cue the accidental spelunking. Yes. You know, I've actually not fallen into a cave hole yet. And I'm sure I just jinxed myself, but it hasn't happened yet. Because I've been really cautious, I guess. It's not to say it won't happen. Cherry. Boo. Make some blood pie. Well, I have a lot of pie at home. What I was planning on making was like, for my own HP, was just like the thickest mushroom stews possible. Like just 4 stacks of mushroom. To fill up more of my vegetable satiety, so I have more HP. And then soon I'll have a bunch of fruit coming off my berry bushes for fruit satiety. And then my satiety meters will go back up to something more normal. Just checking if that was meteoric. 'Tis not. Home sweet home. What is... Oh, that's smoke pooling here, going across and coming out? That's interesting. Alright, got my water. Now, I don't have an active bucket under that one for blood because, simply put, I'm like out of bucket space for blood. Like, the other bucket I have is full. I guess I can make some blood dough. Maybe I'll make some blood dough. I wasn't planning on it, but like, it's a good way to use up the bucket. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now there's space for new blood in this bucket. Okie dokie. Alright, before I start to starve... maybe I'm just going to rely on the soybean pies for now. The cassava that I have should be... yeah. Can I make cassava into pies? Vegetable pie. Does it take cassava? It does. Okay, perfect. I know exactly what I'm going to do now for my vegetable sadie. Ow, what? Cannot be added. Oh, hang on. How do I have to prepare it? Bottom crust, 4 portions of filling. Oh, do I need to chop it up or something? I've not dealt with cassava before. Or because it's dried, it can't be... I think it's because it's dried. Dang it. I needed to peel it, yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's a flour. Great. More soybean pies. My bad. And that's a lot of stones. Alright, we'll probably end up with even more meat to smoke. So I'm sure we'll get that going. And then once the last pig is butchered, I'll run the hides through processing. Tofu overload? Yep. Although, to be fair, I, in real life, eat what many probably would consider a disgusting amount of tofu. Mostly because people tend to find tofu disgusting. 31 lumps of fat. Man, the amount of fat, that we could, like fat lamps. Peak fat lamps here. Cheers, by the way. It's still part baked. Another thing we could consider, it's a bit late for that now, is to upgrade our butchery stations to iron tier. I'm not exactly... I don't think it's like super urgent or anything, but we would get a little bit more yields. Especially if we did the hooks. Because if the hooks were iron, it would give us possibly more leather. All right, there we go. So the last barrel of weak tannin needs to be strong tannin. This one. So in 3.5 days, we get leather out of this one. And then we have scrape hides that are going to become ready in 2 days. We got a lot of leather processing finally. And a charred pie to boot, which is fine. I don't really need the sadie. I mean, I shouldn't have charred it, but the sadie wasn't much of the concern. Okay, that needs a few more hours before I run more offal through it. And I guess I should smoke the meat, because in my experience, if I don't smoke the meat, it ends up just spoiling. Do I need more yield for what I already have? So the hooks could potentially give me more leather, but the table I probably don't need more. You're right about that. I don't really need more meat unless I'm doing like intentionally rotting it for compost. Maybe I mean, there's reasons to have like more meat, mostly for rot purposes, for composting. But no, likely I'm not gonna bother with that. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Primitive Survival, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.